Before you threw your rope, it was the one thing I could hold on to. I have a will for survival, so you can hurt me then and hurt me some more. I can live with denial, but you're not my troubles anymore.
Inside your soul, somebody stepped inside your soul. Little by little, around and stole. Somebody else was in control. Somebody stepped inside your soul. Somebody stepped inside your soul. Little by little, around and stole. Somebody else was in control.
God knows it's not easy. I'm taking on the shape of someone else's pain.
All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. Today, as you see in the title, we're gonna go through our second leg day on the split. So the first leg day you guys saw was more quad focused. It was a complete leg day because we do hit a little bit of glutes, a little bit of hamstrings, but this day is glute and quad focused. We're gonna start with all our glute stuff in the beginning and then do our quad stuff after that, but not really doing any hamstrings today. But yeah, I'm here super late today. It's 3:30 right now. Usually I come at like 10 or 11, so I really don't like training at this time, but I accidentally took a nap. For the first time in a while, I had my first 2 meals of the day and then just slept for like 3 hours. I guess my body was just kind of exhausted and needed it, but yeah, I actually, because I'm like really fucking tired right now, I brought one of these. So if you guys know, I don't really take pre-workout like ever, but I keep these like little emergency packs just in case I need it, just for a little bit extra energy on like days that I feel like I need some caffeine. So I haven't taken pre-workout like this in like probably a year or so, but today's just one of those days I really need it. So yeah, I'm gonna pop this pre-workout and get into it. Let's go. All right, so first off, before I start any leg day, I usually do a pretty lengthy warm-up, a lot of mobility work and special stuff for my hips. I'm not going to show that in this video, but if you're curious about it, I did show you guys what I do in my last leg day video, so you can go watch that if you're interested. But anyway, for this workout, like I said, the main focus is going to be glutes, and then in the second half of the workout, we'll be working quads. Honestly, I have a feeling a lot of people are probably going to be surprised that I actually train glutes. I feel like most guys don't, and I think it's a big misconception that a lot of people just think that you don't need to. Obviously, in bodybuilding, we're trying to build a balanced physique, so if they are a weak point, then you should train them, and then, you know, if they are a strong point, then maybe you don't need to train them as much. But also, understanding how to use and kind of engage your glutes is really important, especially for any squat pattern or any hinge movement. Obviously, your glutes are going to play a huge role in any of those like big compound movements. And I realized once I started actually training glutes and understanding how to use them, I was able to perform all my other leg exercises way better. So with all that being said, my first exercise of this day is going to be on this Arsenal hip thrust machine. Kind of doing like more so like a glute bridge, because I'm doing a little bit of smaller range of motion, not going down all the way, and trying to like not use any momentum. And yeah, the biggest thing here is I'm trying to isolate my glutes as much as possible, so really focusing on like the squeeze with the glutes, on the contraction, and then a slower controlled eccentric. And then I will do 2 top heavy sets. Both of those sets will be 4 plates and 15 pounds, shooting for 10 to 12 reps, and then I'll do 1 back off set, try and get a little bit more reps. I'll lower the weight, and then try and get 15 to 20 reps.
Next up, I will do a glute kickback exercise. So sometimes I'll do it on a cable machine, but my gym recently got this machine and I really love it, so I do it on here. And this has always been one of my favorite glute exercises. I feel like you can really get like the best mind muscle connection with this, just focusing on the squeeze and the contraction. And then I usually do 2 sets of 8 to 10 reps, and then on that second set, I go to failure, and then once I hit failure, I'll drop set, drop the weight by maybe 30%, and then go to failure again. But just 2 total sets. Third exercise for the day is going to be on the Smith machine. I guess you'd call this this would be a reverse lunge, basically. I put one of those little platforms up on my front foot just so I can get a little bit more range of motion. And then, yeah, pretty simple exercise. I feel like all lunge variations always take so much fucking energy out of me. Whether it's just a dumbbell walking lunge or a Bulgarian or this. But I always try to include some type of lunge exercise, especially this one or a Bulgarian. I feel like you just get such a great stretch. So I always love having them in there. For the sets and reps here, I just do one top set of 8 to 10 reps, which is my heavy set, and then I'll drop the weight and then do a back off set, a little bit higher reps, 12 to 15 reps. And then, yeah. Alright, so now getting into some work focused on more so the quads. Starting off with a single leg extension. So I do both legs on the other day, and then this day I'll do single leg. But it is kind of similar to how I do the leg extensions on the other day. Not as intense and crazy, but I'll do 2 top sets of 8 to 10 reps, trying to progress each week on those. And then the final set that I do, the third set, is I'm not really counting the reps, but I do 3 drop sets. So do as many as I can, drop set at the weight, do as many as I can, drop this at the weight, and then so on. And then yeah, this basically gets my quads pretty toasted before I start my hack squats. Okay, so I didn't record the warm-up sets for this exercise, but I do basically what I always do for every big movement. So I'll do feeder sets. However, usually if I was starting off with hack squats for my first or second exercise, I would probably do 1 plate, 2 plate, 3 plate, 4 plate, and keep going up by a plate. But since I'm already deep into my workout, I just do 1 feeder set with 2 plates, and then another set with 4 plates, and then I'll get right into my top set with 5 plates. And then I will only do 1 top set actually for 6 to 10 reps, and then I'll do a back off set, trying to get 12 to 15 reps with a little bit lighter weight. And yeah, this is a big one to really analyze your form. I used to completely botch this exercise and do it terribly wrong, and I think a lot of people as well can always make improvements. So biggest things I used to do, I would dump into the bottom really fast, not control the weight at all. I wouldn't be breathing correctly, and I would also have my feet way higher up on the pad, which is not necessarily wrong, but it's going to hit a little bit more glutes rather than quads. And then also just not working on my mobility, which makes it a lot harder to actually get depth and proper range of motion. But yeah, biggest things now that have helped me get the most out of this exercise is number 1, initiating the movement correctly. So as I start my slow descent, I am breathing into my stomach and bracing my core. And then I try to have a clean transition out of the bottom to the top, and then just continue bracing and driving through my quads all the way up, and then letting air out as needed. And then since I'm trying to go to failure, I will kindly ask one of the workers at Muscle Factory to spot me, and then basically once I can't get another rep up and I start to fail, then they'll just help me up on that last rep. Alright, and then the final exercise of the day. So this is something new that I've been trying recently. Usually when I do my leg presses, I like to take it real slow, work on the full range of motion, and get super deep. But I'm kind of just experimenting here. Try and make the reps as fast as I can, and then do a super high amount of reps. So I'm going to aim for 35 reps here total. Just one set, one all-out set, 35 reps, and then basically as many breaks as I need, but trying to get it in as few breaks as possible. But this is why I always say that, there's not just one way to do anything in bodybuilding. Sometimes I'll do like super deep stretches with the leg press and get as much range of motion as I can. And sometimes just trying to do this, just trying to get as much blood flow into the quads. And honestly, they both work, they're both great. And I think they both have their place in someone's programming. But as I always say, just trying new things and finding what works for you and what you like the best is the best approach to bodybuilding in my opinion. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Code BRINKZ on YOUNGLA, JACKEDFACTOry, FLEXPRO meals. Always appreciate the support. Hope you enjoyed, and I will have my arm day out next Friday for you guys. Deuces.